Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Tuesday, the last day of January 2023. Let's find out what's going on the Forex calendar today. During the trading session, we have some data, very important data scheduled for release. Nevertheless, there were some data released overnight during the Asian session. So what do we have here? We have the retail sales data from Australia. As you can see, they greatly missed the expectations. Previous reading was 1.4%, not too bad. Forecast was minus 0.3 and actual reading is minus 3.9. So the people in Australia, they don't buy too many goods these days. Minus 3.9%. We will definitely take a look into the Australian dollar to see what is the outcome of this data on the markets. Manufacturing PMI from China 50.1 beats the expectations of 49.8 and the previous reading of 47. China is strong. German GDP for the fourth quarter is scheduled for release at 8 o'clock, so let's wait for this kind of a data. And German unemployment change scheduled for release 5 to 10. The unemployment change should increase in the month of January from minus 13,000 to 5,000. During the US session, we got data from, of course, Canada. GDP, gross domestic product, is scheduled for release at 2:30, and the market expectations are in line with the previous reading, 0.1%. CB consumer confidence data from the US are scheduled for release at 4 p.m. and the employment change from the New Zealand is scheduled for release at 10:45 at night. This data are for the fourth quarter, and employment change should decrease from 1.3% to 0.3%. So plenty of data. Important data, very important data is scheduled for release today. Looks like a busy day. Nevertheless, I know everyone is waiting for the FOMC tomorrow. No, so that will be definitely very important date in trading calendar. Nevertheless, let's focus on Tuesday, last day of the January, and see what is going on the Australian dollar first. The Australian dollar 4-hour chart, as you can see, has stopped already. Let me just point it out. What was the level? The level was apparently 0.7144. That was the swing high after this impressive rally from the 50 periods moving average. And just recently, unfortunately, we broke below the 50 periods moving average, and we are approaching 100 periods moving average. The momentum is going down. The momentum is right now at the level of 39 points, which means it's the lowest momentum since January 19th, since this low. So the question remains whether this recent pullback is just a regular pullback, maybe just a little bit, little deeper correction, maybe some corrective cycle, and the market will rebound and eventually will make another higher high. Well, the situation on the 4-hour chart of the Australian dollar is that very often we got these pullbacks here, right? So this one looks like a typical pullback to the downside during the uptrend. As long as we won't break below this level here, 0.6877, we don't have to expect this uptrend to be, of course, violated and broken, and then maybe some deeper correction would take place. So please keep an eye on these levels here, and of course on the 50 periods moving average and 100 periods moving average. This is 4-hour chart. All right, so the Australian dollar pulling back. Nevertheless, the outlook remains bullish because of the German data. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. I think it's a good pair to analyze. There you go. Euro dollar going down. Euro dollar topped as well at the level of 1.0927. It was tested plenty of times, as you can see here. Let me just move this one. There you go. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times tested this level, the level of 1.0927, and then we got this reversal to the downside, moving moving towards the technical support. Well, where is the technical support? The technical support is here, 0.783. This is the next target. As you can see, we broke below 50 periods moving average. We broke below 100 periods moving average. Didn't hold. We got this intraday technical support here. Nevertheless, it's violated right now, 1.0834. Now it will act as a technical resistance, intraday technical resistance. So if there is no breakout above this level, the market would likely go towards this technical support, or 1.0782 is the level. So the outlook remains, of course, bearish. The pullback might go a little bit lower before the reversal and extension to the upside will take place on the euro dollar, of course. Let's now take a look at the crude oil. Let's take a look at the crude oil chart, and what do we have here? Again, the situation is quite similar. We are below 50 and 100 periods moving average. We have the local swing high located around the level of 80 to 62. As you can see, that was one untouched attempt to break above 82.62. This is the swing high. There is another attempt to break it. The high here was 82.47, so it's only like at 15 pips. And then of course we got this very strong reversal to the downside. Momentum supports this outlook because it is moving towards the level of 30, which is of course the extremely oversold level on the 4-hour chart, because this is a 4-hour chart. Nevertheless, we still have the technical support. As you can see, the technical support might be located at 76.72. This is the next target, and eventually, of course, at the swing low located around not this one, I want this level. There you go, 72.46. That's the next outlook for the crude oil. One more important thing that we can place on our chart is, of course, the local trend line. As you can see here, this trend line is quite strong. It used to be quite strong on the chart. So let me just point it out for you for the educational purposes only. There you go. The market bounces once, bounces second time, third time, fourth time, and then goes higher, right? And then when it's stopping here, it cannot go higher, so it tests the trend line for the first time, then for the second time tries to break again above the technical resistance, just as it does here. Look, this is the same pattern the market tries to do here. Yeah, the same pattern is being copied by the market participants, right? Duplicated by the market participants. It fails. Big bearish engulfing pattern here on the 4-hour chart. Big red candle down, breaking below the trend line, and that was very nice setup to go basically short. Since then, we are just going lower towards, of course, the next technical support. So right now we are below moving averages. We are below the trend line. We are approaching technical support. Please keep an eye on this technical support, because it might not be that obvious for this market to do something here. It might bounce a little bit from 77 points. $77, sorry. US dollar, sorry, US dollar to the Canadian dollar. Yes, I was right. What do we have here? So as you can see, the crude oil is going down. So what is the Canadian dollar doing? A big reversal from this level here, 1.3704, right? The bulls tried to break above, it didn't happen, and they went just below the technical support located around here. Right, they broke below 1.3316. Local low was made at 1.3302, so that's like a 12-14 pips breakout. Nevertheless, since then we got very nice V-shaped reversal. Look at this, and the V-shaped reversal on the RSI. Very interesting situation. We've been witnessing this kind of a behavior during the previous days. As you can see on the US dollar to the Canadian dollar, we got the same reversal here, the same reversal here, the same reversal here and here, very good example, here very nice example. So it might look like, okay, so if we got these reversals and we're still going lower, why bother? Well, because look at this, we just broke above this level here, this local technical resistance and the swing high 1.3418. Okay, so if we zoom in, we can clearly see that we are trading above the last local high. Yeah, we got the lower high and stuff like this, so we broke above it. Now we need a close above this level in order to confirm the rally extension towards this level, because that would be the next target, 1.3220. And in that situation, V-shaped reversal will be completed above 50 and 100 periods moving average with strong momentum pointing out the next target, 1.3520. So nice reversal on the US dollar to the Canadian dollar. Outlook remains bullish, and any close of the 4-hour candle above this high here, 1.3418, will be another indication that the bulls are strong on the US dollar to the Canadian dollar. And last but not least, let's take a look at some Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin doing on a 4-hour chart? Is trying to bounce higher. Recently we made a local swing high around 24,000. Exact number is 23,950. Let's take a look closer to this situation. As you can see, we are still trading above 50 and 100. Sorry, we are trading below 50 and above 100 periods moving average. This is very interesting pin bar here. Nevertheless, I would like to point out some obvious things. This is the top, this is wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. So 5 waves from the local top is always a possibility of the zigzag correction to the downside. So if it is a zigzag correction to the downside, we should keep an eye on this technical support, local technical support, 22,308. And please notice the fact that if I am correct, then we should expect this sort of the correction to the downside. That's the wave A of the zigzag. We are waiting for the wave B, and there is wave C of the zigzag waiting to be completed, right? So maybe the recent pullback to the downside is not entirely completed. Maybe there is something more waiting for us in the nearest future. Please notice the fact that this scenario is invalidated only if the new high is made above 23,950. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. So take care and bye bye.